Regret is defined as a feeling of sadness or disappointment over something someone has done or failed to do.
Looking at you.
No, for actually.
Like I tell everybody, I have no regrets on life.
My biggest regret?
Yeah.
What type of question is that? I don't regret anything. Everything's a learning experience.
My biggest regret would be letting my students convince me to get a pet bunny this year.
My mom. My life would have been different if I would have listened to my mom.
Your biggest regret.
My life biggest regret. Married so young. Married so young. I think I should have waited. Should I not marry so young?
How old are you?
How was I when I got married? I got married when I was 18.
Okay.
I got a son out of the marriage, so that part is okay.
I think don't have enough money, keep working, getting old, and think my retirement. It's gotta be a different plan to live. People can live. I don't know.
So my biggest regret is that I didn't have more self-confidence in myself when I was younger, because although I had goals, and I don't regret those, because I'm really happy about my goals. As a matter of fact, if anything, I think I would have even had higher goals. And a lack of self-confidence, I think, held me back a little bit, especially in my personal life and especially with guys, because us women are basically amazing, and I don't think that we give ourselves enough credit.
Definitely not listening to my parents and, completing my education and going to the Coast Guard and just doing my own life. Instead, I had a kid at 18, but it's okay. Life is great at this point, but it would have been easier without it.
I have no regrets in life. Remember, for every action is an equal and opposite reaction. So if you change one thing in life, it could affect something else. So I have no regrets.
Well, I definitely have things like that I wish I would have done differently. I don't really have any regrets per se, only because when I think back and reflect on my life, I think if there was something I would have done differently, like drastically, like perhaps if I would have gone to California for college, which I wanted to do, but I ended up not doing that. I don't know how it would profoundly change my life overall. Like, would have I gotten married? Would have I had children? Would I become a teacher? And looking back at those things, like I wouldn't want to change any of those things. So there are definitely things that at the moment, whether it's a relationship or a job or interacting with people, that I wish I would have done differently at that moment. I don't have any major regrets per se.
El arrepentimiento más grande de mi vida es haber terminado mi carrera, graduarme, todo, y no haber ejercido la carrera. Porque en ese momento era un poco difícil en Perú desempeñarse en la carrera que uno ha seguido. Conseguí un buen trabajo, tuve un buen trabajo, para que todo fue muy bien, pero siempre hubo ese arrepentimiento de no haber ejercido mi carrera.
Okay, well, my biggest regret in life is that I didn't look for Jesus Christ before in my life. Now that I'm about to turn 40-year-old and I'm start looking for Jesus, I see my life is completely different. I see life differently, my family members differently, the things that I do differently. So that is going to be bottom line. My biggest regrets is not to be able to look for Jesus before when I was younger.
El arrepentimiento más grande de mi vida.
Sí.
No te lo puedo decir. No, sí te lo puedo decir. El arrepentimiento más grande de mi vida es el no haberme recibido como abogada. Porque tuve todas las oportunidades habidas y por haber. Acabé la carrera, saqué el bachillerato, pero no saqué el título.
Cada joven de hoy en día debe de consultar cada decisión
con sus padres, con sus amigos, para que no tengan tanto de qué arrepentirse. Yo no les voy a explicar en esencia el mayor de mis arrepentimientos, pero fue precisamente ese, la experiencia. Gracias.
My mom, many years ago, my biggest regret is that I left her behind in Mexico and I came to this country. I made that decision because I wanted to make a better life for her, but my biggest regret is not spending all those years being apart from her for so many years and leaving her behind. And unfortunately she passed away at 55, very young age, but I made that choice. And I just want to say that before making any decision in your life, you must always think about it and speak to someone about it so you don't have any regrets in your life.